Let's just see what happens. Why is that not... Why are you not working? If you want YouTube, that's still waiting for me. Oh, hang on. Here we go. There we go. So, just wasn't working. It was working. I was sitting there like an idiot talking to myself. Anyway, hopefully you can see me now. So welcome. This follows on from a show we did a couple of weeks ago called The Noble Era. We went through every player that's been Mark Noble's played with. And funny enough, today the club released a Mark Noble Ultimate 11. That wasn't bad, was it? Good idea. If you're new to these quizzes, it's an interactive quiz. So the quiz is all about Mark Noble. It's all about the Noble era, the Noble quiz, all about Mark's 18 years at the club. So if you're new to the whole quiz thing in terms of what we do, you go to kahoot.it and you put in the pin code 6865212, or you can download the Kahoot app as well and put in the same pin code. It's all free. It's all free and all fun as well. A bit of fun in it, but I think we're just trying to lessen the blow of what's going to be a very emotional day on Sunday with lots of video packages and interviews and stuff like that. So just started to have a quick look at what we're doing. A lot of stuff. So if you're going, fair play. Unlike Matt, who's in Sharm el-Sheikh at the moment. We can't all be like Matt and be in Sharm el-Sheikh. Adrian, good evening to you. Ludders, good evening to you. Hope you're well. If you want to join the quiz, as I say, go to kahoot.it. If not, you can put in the pin. Can I copy that? I think I can copy that, can't I? I can do this. Can I copy that? I swear last time I could just copy it. I don't know. I used to be able to just put the thing in. But anyway, so you just go to kahoot.it and then you put the pin code. I swear I used to be able to just do that. Let me try that. Let me exit full screen. There we go. There's the link. There's the direct link. So we won't start for another 10 minutes or so, just to see if people want to come in and get involved. Look, in a rooftop bar watching and what a great result it is for West Ham at the moment. 3-1 up? Wolves are losing 3-1, which is obviously their game in hand on us. Kevin De Bruyne, first half hat-trick, I believe. Half-time, 3-1. Leeds are losing 2-0, and they had a man sent off as well. No, that's great. It's a great result for us because it means that so a point to the next two games guarantees. It guarantees Europa League football next season. Apart from a massive. No, because they can get... What are they on? They're on 50. We're on 55, innit? Yeah, so a point would virtually guarantee us... I mean, they could get 2 wins and have a goal difference and score 12 goals, or we can get completely trounced by City. But yeah, a point basically guarantees us some European football next season. Obviously, the race for 6th place is still on. But I'll take 7th. No worries at all with that one. So, and obviously we're starting to get all set up for the last game of the home game of the season. What would have been Mark's last game at the London Stadium, but he's coming back in for a soccer aid. So it's what it is. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. As I said, if you want to get involved with the quiz, feel free. We'll probably throw a few prizes in there as well for winners and losers. They've got Norwich and Liverpool last game, so they're not going to get anything out of Liverpool. They have to win both games with a goal difference. But they could say they put 10 past Norwich, then we'll see. We lose a couple by City. Then it'll be all to play for. Rich's money's on Ludders to win. Well, there's 3 people in anyway, but it don't matter, will it? Even if there's 3, we'll have a giggle. Osbok, hope you're well. Osbok Dong, great name. Hope you are safe and well. Also, to mark your card, we've got some great stuff coming up next week. Next Wednesday, we've got Trevor Morley coming on to do a bit of a live Q&A. We've done it recently with the likes of like Shaka and various Stuart Slater and people like that. So we're going to go with, pardon me, So it's going to be, yes, Trevor Morley. So that's going to be quite fun. Trevor's the top dude. Trevor, I think he's going to be actually at the game on Sunday. He's covering it for Norwegian TV. So, yeah, I love Trev. And as I said, he'll be back. He'll be doing a live Q&A next week, which will be fun. As I said, we've got some really good guests lined up. We have got the likes of... Where's my Trevor Morley picture? I thought I did it. It's all gone to pot today, I tell you. It's all gone to pot. I had a great picture. Where's my picture of Trevor Morley gone? I don't know. We've got some really cool stuff. We've got, as a Trevor Morley, we've got Tim Breaker. We've got Pete Butler. We've got, who else will come up in the next few weeks? Guy Demel's coming back. We've got Julien Faubert coming back. We've got, who else? Alessandro Diamanti. We've got him coming back. Not coming back, we'll him on the channel. So we've got some really, really good players coming on. So we'll have a lot of fun in the next few weeks. So even when West Ham aren't playing anymore, we'll have plenty to talk about. Oh, there he is. I found my picture. Let me download that and upload that. Great picture, Trevor. And also I'll get Ian Bishop on as well. So we've got some good guests coming up. So make sure you don't miss any stuff coming on. We'll probably start around quarter past. It's 20 questions, and we'll have a bit of a giggle. Heard that Declan Rice is not 8 years, but 5 years. I've been told it. He's been offered an 8-year deal, and the assumption is he's not going to sign it. My sources have told me, not 90k, but he's not going to sign it. But who would? Why would he have signed it? Do you know what I mean? My source was like, right, he's off then. I'm like, no, I gave him my views, and he went, no, you're probably right. So what do ITKs know anyway? So Trevor Morley, live Q&A next week. So get your questions ready. It's going to be a good laugh. Trevor's a really, really good... Hopefully his internet works properly. Do you remember, we've had him on before, and his internet was shocking. And then we had him in the car, like just before Christmas, and it was fine. It was really bizarre. Now, Rich, I'm not read up on Noble, unfortunately, so we're guessing a lot. We all guess, Ludders. We all guess, my friends. We all guess, but it's good fun. Let me just go full screen on that, and then we'll start in about 10 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm off. Was checking in up in 5 hours to make a day trip to cut. Oh, why, Matt? Seriously, you're on holiday. Just chill out. God, I don't really know. Have you seen the jet lags? Yes, it is very good. Yeah, I was speaking to Jack today about it. Really funny, isn't it? Crowd's hilarious. When we had the two puddings in permanent lawn deal. No, they're great lads, aren't they? Really, really funny. Jack did quite well because he doesn't like anything like that. You know, although goulash he does like, but anything with like mayonnaise and stuff he doesn't like. But really funny, wasn't it? Really funny. And that's what I think we should do more of. Not because I'm trying to get Jack more work, but I think that, it shows a different side of, particularly the Czech boys, who we know are fantastic players, fantastic workers. They really work for the team. But, they're the funny side. They're really funny. And the three of them together are brilliant. But obviously next season, we'll only have two of them. Mandy, I hope you're well, my friend. We'll start the quiz in about 5 minutes or so. There's only a few people doing it, but it's a bit of fun. People will come back and watch it later and see how well they've done. Anton's in the chat. Anton's coming down the smoke all weekend. He'll be down the smoke from tomorrow. He's coming down to London with his family. Came a few suggestions about what to do in London for the kids and stuff. You've got to pre-book with these things, with all these COVID restrictions. You've got to pre-book. And yeah, I'm trying to see what he's up to on Saturday, because I've got Flo and Joe are going to a Little Mix concert at the O2, and I've got to pick them up. But I don't particularly want to be round the O2 all afternoon with loads of teeny boppers. If I can help it. Thought it was odd that Chef put baked beetroot in the potatoes. I've never seen. I've seen it. It's a bit posh, isn't it? A bit posh, putting a bit of beetroot. But yeah, and it was a strange mate. I think it wasn't. It was either a. It wasn't like a store-bought, a Hellman's, as Sufal would call it, a Hellman's mayonnaise. But yeah, it was a bit of a strange one. It had to be potato salad, wasn't it? Standard. But I never knew that they'd have it for Christmas with some carp. How bizarre! But yeah, And maybe we could be in when's the... I'm trying to think. I think there's isn't the Europa League, it's either the Europa League final or the Conference League final next year is in Prague. I think one's in Budapest, one's in Prague next year. So yeah, what could it be? All I know is don't get knifed in London. Yeah. But you'll be alright. It'll be fun. London Zoo, all that type of stuff is all fun. All fun. Science Museum. Little Freddie would love the Science Museum. Yeah. The baby won't know much, to be honest. Baby doesn't know what's going down. But anyway. We're going to start it in 2 minutes' time. We're going to start the quiz in 2 minutes' time. If you don't want to join in via the Kahoot app, no problem. Feel free to do it in the chat. But obviously, you don't know. You can claim how many points you got, but obviously you don't know exactly how many points because you get points for getting the question right. You get points for getting the question fast as well. So it's a double whammy: getting the points right, getting the question right, and getting the question right fast as well. But you know, there it is. As I said, it's easy. You can either go to kahoot.it or download the app. And I always suggest putting it on a second device if you can. So putting me on the telly and doing it on your phone or an iPad, or just because otherwise you flip between the two. Sometimes it kicks you out. All that type of stuff. And we'll see what happens. I was just reading up with all like what we got planned for Sunday, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. That's what you meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. And it takes us to communicate over YouTube to understand what I mean. But yeah, as I said, I don't particularly want to be hanging around the O2 for a few hours. So I'll get back to North Greenwich for whenever the concert finishes. Christ knows when it finishes, to drive them home. But yeah, so I'll be doing the opposite way to everyone else. So you have all these teeny boppers coming the other way, and that's if you're around. If you're not around, don't bother. 1 minute, we'll have a 1 minute countdown, and then we'll start. 1 minute countdown, then we'll start. And as I said, 20 questions, bit of fun. And obviously people watching on the replay, you know, answer the questions. Let me know what score out of 20, it's 20 questions, what score out of 20 you get in the comments afterwards. Because obviously people will be watching this on replay, hopefully. They might do. And let me know how many points you get. And don't cheat. I've replied to you on Apple Watch. Not my Apple Watch. What? So confusing with his technology. I've got to print that off for Joe as well. Right, 20 seconds, then we'll crack on. There's about 4 in the chat, but we'll have a giggle. Nice to see the others in the chat. Let me get my screen ready, and then we'll crack on. My computer will give up the ghost for 2 seconds, like it always does. Right, okay, let's start. Let's crack on. Okie dokie. As you know, 20 questions, very, very simple. Points for getting it right, and points for getting it right quickly. So, first question. In what competition did Nobes make his first team debut for West Ham in? Was it in the FA Cup, the Championship, the League Cup, or the Premier League? In what competition did Nobes make his first team West Ham debut in? Just to get everyone started, everyone warmed up. It was in the League Cup. Very good, very nice. Rich and Paul got it wrong. Mandy got it right in the chat. Well done, Mandy. Wasn't brave enough to join the Kahoot quiz. Don't worry. Question 2. Which player was in goal for West Ham when Nobes made his first team debut? Was it Stephen Bywater, Jimmy Walker, Shaka Hislop, and Robert Green? And if you watched the Noble era, you would have known who it was because we had him on the channel. That's a little Easter egg. I think they call it an Easter egg, isn't it? When you sort of give the clues away. So, you know, so I knew he was coming on, so he was one of the questions. And which player was in goal? It was Jimmy Walker, the one person who said Shaka Hislop. Oh dear. Richard, no, very good. It wasn't Bywater, Mandy. If you're going to cheat, right? If you're going to just wait till the question's finished. Yeah, exactly. Then you look like you know what you're talking about. Let's go. Question 3. Which manager had in Nobes' first team debut for West Ham? Was it Alan Curbishley? Was it Gianfranco Zola? Was it Glenn Hoddle? Not Glenn Hoddle, Glenn Roeder, late great Glenn Roeder. Or was it Alan Pardew? Alan Pardew! Idiot. Was it Alan Curbishley, Gianfranco Zola, Glenn Roeder, or Alan Pardew? I've finally got it right. Alan Pardew. Easy one. That was a gimme. Nobes 2416 captain. He's top of the pile. It's very good. Which of these levels did Nobes never play for England in? Under 21s, under 19s, under 18s, or senior international? This is a gimme for you all. Which of these levels? That's better, Mandy. That's better. Like 3 minutes afterwards, then you do it. That's it. Perfect. Which it was obviously senior international. Unbelievable. But he will be playing for England in the Soccer Aid thing a few weeks after the season's finished. Next question. Which player was substituted for Nobes when he made his first team debut? Was it Luke Chadwick, Adam Noland, Nigel Coker, or Chris Cohen? You see which player was substituted for Nobes when he made his first team debut. It was Luke Chadwick. There we go. Nobes might be the actual Nobes. True or false? As a boy, Mark spent 2 years playing for the Chelsea youth side before moving to the West Ham youth team. Is that true or is that false? As a boy, Mark spent 2 years playing for the Chelsea youth side before moving to the West Ham youth team. True or false? It was false. It was the Gooners. Nobes smashing it. Nobes 2416 captain. Nice to see. Mark was loaned out to Colchester United during his time at West Ham. Is that true or is that false? Mark was loaned out to Colchester United during his time at West Ham. True or false? It was false. He went on loan to Hull City and Ipswich Town, not Colchester United, of which Hayden Mullins was their manager until recently. No 2146 is running away with it. Nice to see. Next question. How many times has Nobes won the Hammer of the Year award? Once, twice, thrice, or 4 times? How many times has Nobes won the Hammer of the Year award? Once, twice, thrice, or 4 times? It was twice. I actually started to think that this is actually Mark Noble in the chat, to be honest. Mandy, just wait until the answer's done and hammer bakes. All right, Airtel, and then answer. Then you look like you know what you're talking about. Next question. To date, how many goals has Mark scored for West Ham? 58, 60, 62, or 64? And obviously, this is across all competitions. Has he scored 58 goals, 60 goals, 62, or 64 goals? See, man, he's trying to make up for it. Oh no, it was Brookin who had 4. We know. It was 62 goals he scored in all competitions. Oh, Nobes didn't know his own answer. True or false? Nobes has scored more goals for West Ham than Paolo Di Canio. True or false? Oh, lads, you got to be quick. You got to be quick, my friend. You got to be quick. You only get 30 seconds on these. How many goals? It's true. Mark scored not 62. Paolo scored, I believe, 58 or 52 or something like that. Yeah. Nobes is back to getting his scores. You are a bit, mate, because we're halfway through the quiz. you can just ask it in the chat. Don't worry, mate. You can answer in the chat. What percentage of Noble's goals West Ham are from the penalty spots? 25%, 40, 55 or 65%? What percentage of Noble's goals are from the penalty spot? 25, 40, 55 or 65%? 65%. 2/3 or most of Mark's goals are from the penalty spot, you see, and that's how Hammerbakes does it. Question comes up, he then answers it. Nice. So he knows the right answer. Nobes doesn't know his own penalty percentages, which is quite worrying. Next question. Against which side did Nobes score his first ever professional goal? Brighton Hove Albion, Coventry City, Tottenham Hotspur or Bolton Wanderers? This is his first ever professional goal. Against which side did he score his first ever professional goal against? It was against, I spelled it wrong, but Coventry City. And actually, it was when he was on loan with Ipswich Town. He scored in a 2-1 home win on September the 12th. September the 12th, I'll tell you exactly the year. September the 12th, 2006. He scored his first ever professional goal when he was on loan with Ipswich. Little cheeky one there. And obviously Coventry's going to be spelt wrong for all the questions now. Against which side did Nobes score his first ever West Ham professional goal against? You see, I always throw a little curveball in there. Button always throws a curveball. Same 4 options. Brighton, Coventry, Tottenham or Bolton. Against which side did Nobes score his first ever professional goal against? That was against Brighton and Hove Albion. Very good. Very good. And I think you probably guess what's going on next. Still not Bolton. Still not Bolton. Even if you say it in caps, it's still not Bolton, tell. And next question. Against which side did Nobes score his first ever Premier League goal against? Same options. Brighton, Coventry, Tottenham or Bolton. Against which side did Nobes score his first ever Premier League goal for West Ham against? Mandy's gone Brighton Hove Albion. Maybe that's for the last question. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Against Tottenham. And what a goal it was. What a goal it was in the 4-3, wasn't it? The 4-3 defeat in the Great Escape year. Still not Bolton. Still not Bolton, Hammers Bakes. A few more questions left. Next question. How many London derbies has Nobes played in for West Ham? 98, 108, 118 or 128? How many London derbies has Nobes played in for West Ham? 98, 108, 118 or 128? 128 London derbies. Out of 500, so a fifth of his games have been, well, over a fifth, slightly more than a fifth of his games have been London derbies. Mental, isn't it? Mental. When you think about it. Ludders got that. Well done, Ludders. Very good. Hammers Bates got it wrong. Mandy got it wrong. Yeah, wow. That's Kylie Minogue, isn't it? Next question. Which team has Nobes played against the most during his time at West Ham? Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal or Man United? Against which team has Nobes played the most times against during his time at West Ham? Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, Arsenal or Man United? And the answer was Man United. It was Man United. And then I think then it was Chelsea. These are the top sort of pretty much the top 4. But it was Man United he's played the most against as well. There we go. Not Arsenal. No one got that one right. Multi-select this is. Which 2 teams has Mark scored the most goals against for West Ham? There's 2 teams in this. So you have to answer 2 answers. Liverpool, Southampton, Watford or Newcastle. So there's 2 which are joined. So that's why I've had both of them. Which 2 teams has Mark Noble scored the most goals against for West Ham? So you have to pick 2. Hammers Bates, you can't pick 2 answers for the previous one. The answer was, everyone got it right actually. Well done. Saints and Watford. Saints and Watford. Well done. Well done. Good to see. Moist Sire's in there. Nice to see. .dg, don't go to bed. Next question, true or false? In his West Ham career, Nobes has played in more League Cup games with West Ham than FA Cup games for West Ham. True or false? In his West Ham career, Nobes has played in more League Cup games for West Ham than FA Cup games for West Ham. It is actually false. It is false. Mark has played, I'll bring up the stats because I've got them here, as you can imagine. Mark has played 32 FA Cup ties in his West Ham career and only 25 League Cup games in his career. Once again, Hammers Bakes, not just you having a mare, Hammers Bakes having a mare, so much so he's just putting every bloody answer in the chat. Wasn't called League, okay, well, it's still called the League Cup. It's still called the League Cup. It's not like, it's the Carabao Cup, the Carling Cup, the Worthington Cup, but it's still the League Cup. Ludders is taking Moyes. Nobes is having a bit of a mare here. Ludders is top of the pile. Which of these teams hasn't Nobes played against for West Ham? Kidderminster Harriers, AFC Wimbledon, Shrewsbury Town, or Accrington Stanley? Which of these teams hasn't Nobes played against for West Ham? Kidderminster, AFC Wimbledon, Shrewsbury Town, or Accrington Stanley? Accrington Stanley? Who are they? Exactly. And it was Accrington Stanley. Well done. So obviously we played Kidderminster recently in the FA Cup. AFC Wimbledon we lost to Shrewsbury. We played in the League Cup last year, league before. Having a minute. Harry, so you're just saying everything. Well, I know. Oh, Ludders. Oh. Messiah DG is at a streak with 3 correct answers. We'd love to see it. Last question. What was the score in Noble's testimonial in 2016? Was it 3-3, 4-1 to the West Ham 11, 5-2 to the West Ham 11, or 6-5 to the West Ham 11? What was the score in Mark Noble's testimonial in 2016? What a game it was. It was 6-5. 6-5. So let's see how everyone got on. In third place, we had the moistsire.gd, don't go to bed. Wrong. In second place, Ludders, and in top was Mark Noble himself. But it looks he got the first 8 questions right. Nobes 2416. Captain. Irons indeed. Who is that? Who is what a surprise. She just turns up right at the end. Who is Nobes 2416 captain? Let yourself be known. Well done. 9. You got 13 questions right out of 20. Ladder's got 12 out of 20, and she got timed out in the load anyway. Moyes.dg, well done. If you've missed it, then go back. Lucky I'm a good baker. Shit at quizzes. Everyone needs a skill. Everyone needs a talent, my friend. Nobes should be disqualified. Well, I mean, it's quite a Nobes 2416 captain's quite unusual. Howard fell asleep while doing it or not. I don't know. I wouldn't have won it anyway. If it was Lanzini's quiz, you might have had a better chance, I reckon, for you. But yeah, it was a bit of fun. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? It's so different. We haven't done a little quiz for ages. And people asked me the other day they wanted to do some quizzes, so we thought we'll do a couple of quizzes. We'll do a couple over Christmas, over the summer as well. We'll do some game shows and stuff over the summer. As I said, next week we've got loads of ex-players lined up for you. Next week we've got where is it? Next week we've got Trevor Morley live Q&A live on the channel next Wednesday. So this time next week, and that'll be a giggle. Because he's a really funny character. I think, he didn't message me. He said he's going to be at the. He should be there on Sunday actually, doing it live, doing the live commentary for Norwegian TV. So if we see him, we'll get him to say hello and do a little vid. But I'd be surprised if. Usually don't come into the press lounge. the broadcasters. But anyway, what have we got here? It's Kent. I'm disappointed with the score. It's Nobes' with that score. It's Nobes' very good. Very good. A few, I thought a few, Kent, I put a few in there. Of course it's bloody Kent. Good to see, I haven't seen for a while, mate. Hope you will. I put a few in there that I thought, if Kent's there, he's going to have to think about them, like the percentages. So I did like the percentages ones as well. Like 65% of Mark Noble's 62 goals were from penalty spot. I thought it was quite impressive. I'm going to go back and do it by my lonesome. May come second in a one-man quiz, a one-woman quiz. If you are watching this, and let me know in the comments afterwards, because obviously we'll do it live, and then if you're not watching it live, what did you get out of 20? Let me know. Do a Lano quiz, Russ. Yeah, if I do one, she'll probably still get it wrong. Knows all these tats. Yep, let Trevor Morley be good. As I said, we've got currently coming up in the next half dozen weeks. Is that the right expression? We've got Trevor Morley next week. We've got Ian Bishop's meant to be coming on soon. We've got Tim Breaker coming on soon. We've got Pete Butler coming on soon. We've got Matty Holmes coming on soon. We've got Julien Faubert coming back. We've got Guy Demel coming on. We've got hopefully Alessandro Diamanti coming on. Anyone else? Missed anyone else? Yes. We've got some others coming on as well. Some Kent will like because they're new, like Diamante haven't had on before to do a Miami's 11. We've got a couple more new faces as well coming on, so it's gonna be fun. Russ, have West Ham offered you an 8 year? Well, I've already been. I've been there for 20. This will be my 20. Coming up to my 22nd year next season, so we're doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm keeping myself busy. Evening, James. Hope you're well. Rush, you're a star. Thank you very much. So are you. Give this video a like if you're a little bit sad about Mark Noble, or very sad about Mark Noble leaving, retirement end of the season. Obviously, last game being on Sunday. Got lots of cool stuff around. We'll give him a good send off, won't we? Give him a good send off. Got some bits and bobs. I was just reading up about it on the old thing we're doing. So got some good bits and bobs. What we got here? So sexist as always. Knew Kent would win it. Too late, Bongo. You missed the quiz. Nobes won it. Yeah. 4-1 City. Even better. So around 40 penalties. Indeed, you've done the maths, Belka. I think it is actually 40 penalties or something like that. Mental, isn't it? Mental. And also, I thought I'd throw that one in for Kent around his first ever professional goal. Wasn't when he was playing for West Ham, he was playing for Ipswich against Coventry. So I think Kent got that one, so there we go. Morley's son was a really brilliant striker and a lovely man as well. Lovely hair. I think last time when we interviewed him, we had a right giggle because I had all of his like styles and was like, what was his best one? I used to think Noble was crap until I got a season ticket, and I could see what a good professional. On and off the pitch, man. On and off the pitch, yeah, definitely. KDB 4 goals. God. Hopefully they get all the good goals, all the luck out of their system before they come to London Stadium. Yeah, I think it's 65% rounded up. And I work in market research, so I'm allowed to do that. So I think it's about 64.8% or something like that. 42 pence. Yeah, I think it's 42. Trevor was doing an interview the other day in regards to Haaland move in this country. Yeah, well, yeah, because he's back over. Because I said he's doing the thing on Sunday. But yeah, if you've got a question, if you have a question for him around Haaland or anything like that as well, because obviously play for Man City as well, and we don't discriminate. For us, do you have certain music planned for Mark? Not really. I mean, I think it's more about video packages and stuff like that and things like that, really. Not the music, but there is. Watch the crossbar challenge by West Ham early. It was so funny watching all the old players mucking around and missing the crossbar. Nobes was commentating. Very good. Captain, good points for fresh fielder. 4 goals. Just keep saying Bolton. You're going to get it right eventually. Hammers Bakes. Missed 4. Yeah, I think it's only 4 penalties. I think you're right, man. I remember him scoring the winner off his ankle at Selhurst Park. Jammed in with the Palace fans. 2-3 was like trying to stifle the world's worst wet fight. Tough gig, innit? Tough gig. 4 goals and 6. Apparently he's a lifelong West Ham. No, I don't like Kevin De Bruyne. he said something like when like behind closed doors, and my floor manager told me he was like, oh, bloody West Ham or something. He said under his breath or something like that. We drew 1-1 with them. And I was like, don't like him. 62 points, great. Leeds 2 games left, 34. Burnley 34. Oh, I'll tell you what, I think Leeds are done, aren't they? I think Leeds are done. My friend's a big Leeds fan. As I said, I have a bit of a affiliation with Leeds through when I used to work with when I was at university. I used to live with Don Revie's grandson, so we used to go to Leeds quite a bit. Celtic obviously clinched the title as well today. They drew with Dundee United in a draw, but I think they're done for. I think Leeds are done for, aren't they? Yeah, 34. It's that goal difference, minus 35 goal difference. They shipped another load of goals today, aren't they? I feel sorry for them because I like Leeds. 3-0 it finished. Leicester beat Norwich 3-0. Watford and Everton draw. That's surprising. That might have given Leeds a bit of hope, actually, maybe, that draw. Because Everton, they're 2 points clear now, aren't they? Leeds on 36 points. It's going to be a miracle, isn't it, really? You would hope. I mean, who's Burnley got left? Isn't it nice? They haven't got to worry about these. Burnley, they got Tottenham. Then they've got to play Villa again. Bizarre. And then they got Newcastle last game of the season at home. So they 2 away. So Burnley aren't safe, completely safe, are they? Really? Who are Leeds' last 2 games against? Brighton away, Brentford home. They've got easier ties. We should have Nobes masks. Yeah, like on a stag do, innit? You could have one like a stag do. That'd be a bit freaky, though, wouldn't it? Imagine if we got Jesus from Man City. Heard it here first. Just guessing, aren't you, mate? Brian Deere 5 goals for him. Doesn't like to tell you that. Good old Brian, love Brian. Hammers Bakes would love that. Probably to go Arsenal. I think they would do, because I think if Nketiah is not going to sign a new contract. I think Lacazette is off. Isn't his contract out as well? I think they haven't got any strikers really. So here we go. I think. It's going to be a miracle, isn't it, for Leeds? Even if they win their last 2 games, it's going to be tough, isn't it? If they win their last 2 games, Everton have got. Who've Everton got? Palace away, Palace at home. They got 2 home games. They got Brentford at home. That should be a win. Palace at home. That should be a win. Arsenal away, last game of the season. Arsenal would need the points to go up, or to get the to confirm Champions League if they haven't confirmed it already with the North London derby. Yeah, it's. I think Leeds are down. It's a shame because I'd love Everton to have gone down, but there we go. Heard many people wearing lounge shirts Sunday. Well, they always do. It's last home game, isn't it? Yeah, people wear fancy dress, and it should be a celebration. It should be a celebration of it's sad that he's retiring, but it's a celebration of the fact that that's what I said on something Twitter. Someone was talking about being sad. It's not sad, it's celebrating the fact that West Ham have had someone who is a boyhood hero, who's lived his life, who's lived our dreams 548 times. All of us, male or female, would love to have played for West Ham. It's our boyhood or girlhood, dream to do that, and he's done it over 500 times, and he knows that as well. I think he mentioned a similar thing in an interview, and being a fan, and it should be a celebration. It's sad because we won't. I don't think you'll ever get that situation again where you've got a one-man club like that for so long. Just with the way money's in the game now, it's not, it's a short career, and players need to make as much money as possible, it seems. And I wouldn't begrudge him anyone really making that money, but it's a shame. Put Rafinha in the shop window, he does, and Meslier, the goalkeeper as well. He's someone I know. Moyes is always talking. Every time he used to play Leeds, he always talks about him, doesn't he? Yeah. I could see someone like Daniel James going to someone like Bournemouth, Harrison, Bamford. These are the type of players I could see rocking up in Aston Villa's side or people like that. Do you know what I mean? Everton, I think Brentford they'll beat. I reckon they only need one. But anyway, missed all the shows. So what do you think of the Rice offer? Yeah, we didn't do that actually today because everyone else did it. So it wasn't the point of us talking about Rice. Let's talk about something else. So the only one who didn't hear that, on TalkSport, Jim White said that West Ham have offered an 8-year contract to Declan, 200 grand a year, 200 grand a week rather, a year, 200 grand a week, which is increased with inflation because cost of living and stuff like that. Can you really live on 200 grand a week when inflation's gone up 3%? Poor guys, isn't it? So that's gone up by and what do I think? He's been offered it, but he's not going to sign it. My source, not an ITK, but my source said, when I asked him about it, he said that basically, where is it? Let me find my source. See what his actual words were, so I could quote that. I didn't ask if I could quote it, but he said, when I asked him, was being told him and his people showing little inclination to sign. I think the indications are that he won't sign a new deal. But then who's going to pay the 150 million that the club will demand? So, and that's fair enough. I think the fact is we had to offer something, just so we don't. I think Gio and Gonza did a really good bit this afternoon about it, where they were talking about it and saying, well, if they hadn't offered something like this, then people go, oh, we didn't try to keep him. It's never been about the money for Declan Rice. Part of me thinks, maybe a sort of rose-tinted perception of it, part of me thinks that I think he's almost going to see, almost like say, let's see what happens in the summer. Because really, if he's not going to sign a new deal, then the only way you're going to keep him is by showing progression and showing people and showing the club, the fans, and to people like Declan Rice that the belief that we're spending a big chunk of change this summer happens and the team are progressing. Then there's only a finite number of clubs that he would go to. And actually, when you go through the clubs, and I was talking to the same source, I went through all the clubs and I said, at the end of the day, this isn't doing that, this isn't doing that, this isn't doing that. So I'm going to turn the music off so Manny doesn't shut up and go crazy. You look at Man United, they've just signed a new manager, they've got a new manager. What would they do? Don't think so. It's a bit of a risk. Chelsea, it was all up in the air. I think with someone like City, they just spent 51 million on Haaland, but it's not the actual transfer fee. It's the wages. It's going to be on extortionate wages. They'll have to try and level that up a bit, so they won't be able to offer those type of wages to sort of to fit in with financial fair play, but that's sort of a non sequitur now. So you look down at Liverpool, but then I don't think. Maybe, but I think but would they afford those wages? They've got, I don't know. The only teams that I think you could realistically would be City or Real Madrid. But would he go abroad? I thought maybe he'd want to stay and win the Premier League and win sort of domestic trophies before going abroad. Towards maybe 26, 27, almost coming to the end of almost his 30s. Look at how far Modric is still playing for Real Madrid. It's more than possible. So we'll see. I would love Everton to go down. Everyone needs to be able to check. That's the beauty of football. So Wolves would need to do both those games and us to lose them to get 7th. Yes, because they're 5 points behind us. What would have been better is the point they got the other day when Chelsea... Was it Chelsea? Yeah. Chelsea drew with them. If Chelsea had beaten them, we'd have been guaranteed, because that's the point they needed. That was the point they needed. A lot of the ladies are leaving. They are, and obviously Conch is now the manager as well, which shows it always happens in the women's side in terms of the WSL. There's loads of movement every year. It's really weird. It's crazy. Nobes has played through he has indeed. And if you wanted to know, we've got the Noble Era show we did a couple of weeks ago. Let me find a link to it. I've got to put a link into it so you can have a listen. We went through every player in chronological order. It was some show, and we had Jimmy Walker turn up halfway through. which was quite fun. But it was 225 players he's played with. I'll put a thing in the chat so you can see. There's the link if you want to copy it and and add it to your playlist. That's what I do a lot. I go, I watch that and put it to my playlist and completely forget about it. I'd rather the Toffees go down any day. New management, others, yeah, he is. West Ham should snag Bamford if he's on the cheap. We could see. It's going to be even worse next Sunday away at Brighton. Emotional day. Extremely sad, saying goodbye. It is, but I think Sunday's going to be more emotional because it's 60,000 or 50 odd thousand, 55,000, so 80 is too much, but seems room for adjustments. I think it's. I don't think I've ever heard of a player signing an 8-year deal. So maybe was he 22 now? So 8 years to put to his 30s, maybe. I don't know why 8 years. There was talk it's a 5-year, 3, but I think that's what people think it's going to be. But it was actually an 8-year deal, I believe, completely straight out. At least gets to say goodbye to home fans and away fans. We'll do. We haven't met Ken yet. Actually, I haven't met Ken. Yeah, good business plan. Have a field day with the Rice offer. We will indeed. Always do. For sure, Moyes sends him at some point. It's not. It's a saga. I think they have to do that. Do you know what I mean? They have to do it. If they haven't done it, people will go, "Why haven't you offered him? Why have you offered him the world?" But we have. For West Ham, talk about 200,000. Particularly when and it's sort of, and I can understand how it makes sense that we're. Anthony did the thing today about Areola and how Areola hasn't signed permanently because we don't really want to, because if it's 120, it's not the actual transfer fee, because Sam Johnson would be similar, probably about 8-10 million signing on fee from a free transfer, but he'll be demanding £125,000, which would put him in the same bracket as Kurt Zuma, and if even if he's like joint number one with Fabianski. That's he's paying and so if then PSG are going to subsidise some of the money, then you can see why West Ham may be trying to not penny pinch but trying to put things together, or similarly the Souček deal and things like that, because it's all about giving Declan Rice what he wants, and we'll see. Reese in the house. Well, Reese, indeed. Anyone who wants to go should go. You seem to be doing the right way so far, indeed. Oh, you're loving it. Ian has a fact. Go on, Ian. Let us know. Was that elevator music? No, it wasn't. It was just some random music. So there we go. I'll put some more. I'll put some more dance music on and just turn it down a little bit. But what we got here? Sorry, I'm just trying to go back. Better about the music. It was really my shoulders in a bad way. I'll put a little bit on. Very much about doubt Declan wants to go. Just trying to get West Ham himself some trophies. Pete, I totally agree. I can't see him going this summer. It'll be clipped now. West Ham clips will take the piss out of me now for doing it. But I don't think he will, because I think this summer he'll stay. I think next summer's the issue. And if next summer we haven't progressed, if we haven't bought, if we haven't maybe won a trophy, maybe qualified for Europe next season, that's still progress. And as I said, we still got this progress. And as I said, this is if we get that point, we're guaranteed European football. First time ever in our history we qualified for Europe in 2 years running. First time ever in our history we've been in the top 7 in the top division. That's huge. And I think people have got short-term memory sometimes. But is what it is. I have James, the 2-minute dunker made of... I have no idea what you're talking about. Mark Noble's rumoured to be coming back to Darlington on loan back in the day. Then Lampard got injured and Nobes got his chance in the Hammers team in the West history. If that's true, I like it. Very interesting. Do you think anyone will go for Sarr? Surely be in the Premier League, if not a top league. Well, I think we were looking at him last season, weren't we? During the summer, we never got him, but maybe. Thank God that Noble City couldn't get into Arsenal. You've crowned every week, indeed. Deck has a chance to become the next Noble with that contract and interesting carrot. I think I can understand. With Deck. Why would you tie yourself down? It's not about the money. If it was about the money, he would have signed the contract extension a year ago. You know, I think we've had 3 or 4 contracts which have been rejected. He would have signed that then, and you know, he could sign a contract for 200 grand a week and pick up 200 grand a week, and you know, a club has to come in and pay what it's worth. You know, in the same way with Haaland though, because I mean, look, you know, realistically, Haaland isn't a £50 million player. Haaland's more like a £150 million player, £200 million player. But because of the way he had the buyout clause in his contract, he went for £51 million or something like that, which is an absolute bargain. We're talking about getting Darwin Núñez for 60 million or whatever, or Ollie Watkins for 50 million, you know. And so it protects. I think it can protect the player as well if the buyout clause is a certain level, but we wouldn't. We'd end up putting loads in. We'd end up, you know. But that is what it is. Did you see Nobes doing it? Yes, I did see Nobes doing his Hammers 11 with Ginger Pele. What a clever idea! What a clever idea. I suppose it means that we should never get Noble. We already know it. I think he's doing the Stars and he'll be a manager. I don't think he'll be a manager. Hammers Bakes. I really don't think he will. I think he's more likely to be. He says, he said in interviews, it's not about, he doesn't really necessarily want to go in coaching. I think for him, as I said before, I think the roadmap I'd see for him would be a couple of years working under Rob Newman, understand the business of football. He knows the football business, but he doesn't know the business of football. So understanding someone like Rob Newman, in terms of, he knows, I mean, Mark knows the type of DNA you need for a West Ham player. Then eventually I could see him becoming a sporting director or director of football or something like that, you know, being in charge of sort of that. I think actually Pete, that would suit him in my opinion, but we'll see. Thinking about try one and smile with glee. Which one is you? Try and man, I don't know what you're on today. Have a clip saying Rice will leave this summer on the ready if Rice stays. Indeed. Well, I suppose then we wait for January. There was things with January. The Noble thing is unique. It wasn't just his loyalty, his tenacious words, his growth, his professionalism, his humour. For me, he's just like he was like an old-fashioned player, but in the modern day. I think that's why people have, you know, really warmed to him. Should do good against Brighton and City. They really don't have anything to play for. City kind of do. They kind of got the Premier League to play for. Brighton, last game of the season, it's always fun. That last week of the season is always crazy, isn't it? Stupid goals all over the place, so we'll see. Future England manager, who knows? Firstly, he goes and happy out at some point. I'm sure Jack will tuck him up for that. Got a lot of respect for Dines and used to play with them as a manager. Plus, I've got a family out there, and my best mate lives up there. Good to know, man. Right. You lot are awesome. I think Mandy's having a couple of beers tonight, by the sounds of a bless her. At least she's not like when we did the watch-alongs and like her house. I think she like. Did you like what's the expression when your house when you fuse? You like sort of fused your house a few times, didn't you, last time? But I think, bless you, I think you had a few. God love you. Just being romantic. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I get that. I know he's obviously, don't forget his son is still in the academy, and so he'll still be watching his son as a dad. And as he said, he's not going to be on the beach. He's going to be watching West Ham. So he'll still be there. Not able to take that will happen. I'm sure that will happen as well. I know Jack's probably listening. Because he's driving back down. He's driving to London at the moment. So Jack, if you're listening, all right. I'm sure you'll set him up. He wants Deck as well, but I think Mark will be an easier one to get because he won't be a player anymore. City lost to Brighton the second to last game last season. Let's hope history repeats itself. Would be lovely. That was a bit of luck of his dad, always late for training, and he finishes at West Ham. And his dad and they're all family at West Ham anyway, so there it is. I don't think he'll need a season ticket. There we go. Have you seen that Lingard wants 150 week? Yeah, I think that makes sense. I don't think 150 grand a week. I imagine it's grand, not quid. If it is, I'd sign him up and he could just walk around the house around here. Maybe not 10 million signing on fee. But yeah, I think that's. I mean, they were talking about when we were looking at offers for him. They wanted 20 million, weren't it? Man United or 15 million. So 10 million quid is about right. Signing on for 150 grand a week seems a bit excessive. And that's the trouble by offering, by sort of declaring this 200 grand thing. People know, innit? That people will know that. Oh, if you really want him, he's going to go for 200 grand. So I know why they did it, definitely, and it's. I think we'll just have to wait and see, man. Just have to wait and see. Right, what else we got here? What else we got? If you were listening to that, Jack, I love you. Very nice, and Jack probably loves you too. Russ, you absolutely can't wait till you get Nobes on here for a Q&A. We'll see. Brozier, Watkins, and Nketiah. Shag, marry, avoid. Personally, I'd avoid Nketiah. I'd probably marry Brozier and Shag Watkins. But I think, honestly, I don't know. I mean, by the sounds of it, it's either Watkins is number one target, Brozier's number one target, and Nketiah's number one target. We had today Sasha Klencinic, who's 6'7". He's like fucking huge. I wouldn't mind him; it'd be quite funny. But there's so many of them. It's ridiculous. So many. I love it. I absolutely love it. My reply took so long because of my typing skills. There we go. Good to know. One of my recent favourite moments was when he put a challenge on a throw-in taker. When you get Nobes on, it'll be on Monday. Yeah. That'll be good fun. I could definitely get him on the channel. Yeah, we'll get. I mean, eventually, many years time. We've raised 52 altogether. Our target 120 by the end of the month. It goes on targets, wages. Very good. That's Darlington. Brozier and then Nketiah Void. And you check Watkins. Good to know. No, actually, avoid all. There we go. What's your go-to Milder? It's a good idea. Good question. Wonder where you got that from. It would be Sainsbury's. It would be the Taste of Difference roast beef and horseradish sandwich with salt and vinegar squares because they're the only crisps that matter. And cherry Diet Coke. Cherry Pepsi Max. There we go. I'm so excited about this window. It's going to be massive. I'm really excited about it as well. You lot are going to be sick of all the transfer rumours because there's going to be hundreds. Even in the last half dozen days, there's literally, we've done loads and it's been different players. And I'm just looking on my little list now, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and that's just me looking in 5 seconds. There's 5 already, and I haven't even proper looked at anyone else. Crazy. 6. There we go. And that's just me just literally looking at 7, 8. This is ridiculous. Oh dear. Yeah, there we go. 9. 10. There we go. I found 10 straight away. 5-1. If Rice goes, who's your captain? Kurt Zuma. Yep. I think Kurt Zuma. But he's not going, so it doesn't matter. We need Brighton's recruitment person on it. We need Brentford's recruitment person. That's what we need. I wouldn't shag him with yours. What's bacon ketchup sandwich, cheese on you, and a West Ham size Red Bull. Massive. It's got to be sugar free. Shag and ball and leave him with a cab fare. There we go. So we're gonna. So I think tomorrow. I don't know who they are. I'm gonna have to read up about that bloke. So tomorrow we're gonna be doing some transfer. Oh, should we do some transfer thing? Maybe. Any news on the injuries? Well, they haven't said anything about Ben Rama, but he wasn't walking with a boot or anything at the player awards, so I think he'll be all right. And Dawson looked okay with his interviews and stuff like that. So I think we'll be. I think we're all right. I think we're all right. I think we're okay. I think we'll survive. Yeah, it's been a bit of a random one, but there we go. Good sandwich, crisps, what takes you just above Ben Foster and below Fogden? Oh, that's what we need to get. Yeah, we need to get. I'll get Fogden on. We'll get him in the summer. We'll get some different people on in the summer, different faces as well. We've got some ideas about new things we're going to be doing as well next season. With all the, next year, there's loads of stuff coming up. As I said, all the Hammers. We've got loads of it. So hopefully, I've got to try have one a week until at least the beginning of the season. So that'd be really cool. So we're doing all that. We've also got. We're going to try and bring back My Hammers 11 as well, in terms of not just West Ham, not just players as well. We've got some celebrity fans coming on as well during the summer. We've got, as I said, Anton's. We'll probably bring back the Late Late Show as well. Pardon me, because people enjoy that. So we've got lots of stuff to keep us entertained. Obviously, we see get Holly on more often as well. So loads of stuff. Next time we do a quiz, please can give me prior notice on Twitter. Well, you just got to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and you get notified half an hour before we go on. That's it. Sorted. Funny how people can stop getting ticked off about Zuma but don't hear anything else. But they're totally right. The moon's about to get some fresh air. Love to all. There we go. Indeed, I'm gonna be off as well. Craig is a 200k contract. There's a what's the spoof Twitter account? Craig Dawson's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Are you going to replace? You can't replace Stell. Can't replace Stell. Stell's doing his own thing. He's doing really well. He was on there today, weren't he? Doing his sort of weekly, which was great. And wish him all the best, man. But we all move on, don't we? But we've got, as I said, Holly's going to do a bit more. She's not replacing Stell, but we've got some other guys we're going to come on as well more often as well. People like Luke and guys like that, Matt, and so we're going to see lots of different faces. I subscribe, but the kids use my bloody phone. There we go. Going to have to do many shows for the please. Us going to be bought. I'm happy. We're always here for the daily shows. We're always going to do the Hammers headlines. So Monday to Friday, you're going to get at least 2 shows out of us, and every day. So we're still doing that. We're still there. Don't worry about that at all. As I said, we've got loads of stuff planned, and it's really good fun. When is Matty on? Matty will be on during the summer. So in a couple of weeks' time, I'm just trying to. We've got them all lined up. We've got they're all lined up. They're all coming on. We've got Trevor Morley next week. That's gonna be really good fun. Gonna love talking to Trevor. He's a top man. Really, really fun. So we've got Trev coming on. We've also got, as I said, we've got Matty coming on. Tim Breaker coming on. We've got Pete Butler coming on. We've got Julien Faubert wants to come back on. Guy Demel wants to come back on. Diamantes hopefully coming on as well in a couple of weeks' time. And we've got a couple more ex-players as well who we haven't had on the channel as well. So we've got loads coming on. Love Craig. Yeah, me too. Has Anton cleaned his fish out? He's off to London now. He's coming down London, so he's not going to be clean this week. Have an idea for videos. Baking with Terry. I used to do it on the old channel. In Rust We Crust. And it was all about baking. And it was teaching people how to bake. But yeah. Baking with Terry. In Rust We Crust. We did pizzas. We did Nutella brownies. Check it out on the old channel. I think it's still up on the old channel. Saw Holly on Sky. Did very well. Good signing. Yes, Holly's great. And want to try and get... to come on a bit more as well. I'm going to try and be more present again. But I take big breaks from YouTube. And I watch Charlie on the watch along. I love Charlie. I want to see Crossy again. Yeah, Crossy's great. We always get here. We can get Crossy on whenever we want. I keep mine spick and span for Sir Trev. Keep what spick and span for the Trev. That's a bit. I need to take baking lessons. There we go. You're welcome. Fresh cow. It's active again on my Facebook because I'm banned. There we go. But what I mean, check out. Go back to the old channel in Mushy Crust. As I said, we did loads of stuff there. It was great. Brilliant. Let's bring it back. No, that's on that channel. That's on my old channel. We don't do don't do stuff like that here on this channel. But yeah, that's all that. Google it. I'm sure it's still on there. Cross is a legend. Don't think still like my Masuaku question to him. Oh, didn't you? Did you tell him Masuaku question? Yeah, he'll always have his Masuaku questions. We'll see what happens in the summer. I mean, as I said, there's a bit of movement. I was reading today an article about Yarmolenko wants to move on. He's been told to move on and stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of change. I think next week what we might do is we'll do a. I'm just trying to see what's this. I'm just reading about. It's given a. Apparently, we're just talking about this. We're talking about the injuries, and Clarendon Hugh said that Moyes looks set to have a full available squad for Sunday. Hearing that Ben Rama, Dawson, and Antonio are looking likely to be included for inclusion in the squad, which is what we thought. Is it true? Yeah, I believe it is. I believe it is true. I believe they're paying because they already subsidise it now for the loan. So technically, he's on 125 grand a week, which would make him the top earner with Zuma, and then it's Yarmolenko of 110 or something like that. But we only pay, I think, half the wages. So we'll see. Need to get Crossy in a pub challenge drinking and call it the Crossy Bar Challenge. There we go. Harland ain't going to know what's happening when Dawson gets a hold of him. Bazinga. Oh dear, good old Bazinga. Good old Ethan. Try to get Ethan as well, actually. I don't think Oggy's available. There he is. Can't get a ticket. Can I come and sit in your box? And the kids? No. I can't even get Flo in the box. So, no. Sorry, Tell. But if you want to do so, why don't you go down to the supporters club? Go to the supporters club. You'll have loads of people who are not going to the game, but actually will be there. So you still have that last end of season feeling. Walking around the Heineken Bowl, that type of. Just had a word with Peach and asked if he wants to go live on West Ham Random, and asked if he wants to go live. Well, here we go. We'll go to West Ham Random and listen to Peach talking for 5 hours again, like last time. But was it 5 hours or something ridiculous like that? How does he do it? As I said, I'll be back tomorrow for Hammers for the Daily Show. We might do a transfer thing on the Daily Show. We might do transfer rumours on the Daily Show tomorrow. I've got some really interesting stats I've done about. I've done some really about how much money we've, in terms of squad value and places in the Premier League, and just to show you what a good job West Ham have done in this crazy world of money and stuff. I might keep that in my sleeve. Maybe I'll do a bit of a Hammers transfer update tomorrow for the lunchtime show. But there we go, we'll do that. Happy Hammer X going to go do the quiz. Let me know in the comments how many you got out of 20. We did a 9-hour show with Charlie and Lucas and that. That's like work. That's like a day at work. That's mental. All right, ladies and gents, well, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed that. The quiz. If you're new, go back and subscribe and all that good stuff. If you went back, if you're watching it not live, go do the quiz. Let me know in the comments what score you get. And yeah, and I'll be back tomorrow lunchtime, and Hammers headlines tomorrow as well. All that good stuff. And the same Friday, and then we'll probably, I don't know if we'll be doing a preview this week of the the Man City game, because Anton's in London, so I don't think we'll do that, but we'll do match day morning on the Sunday outside the stadium, unless I get moved on like I did last time, which was quite fun. So thank you very much for your time, everybody. Appreciate it's a bit random, but sometimes it's all good fun. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, maybe become a channel member. Now, I'm trying to find the Luckster. If the Luckster is in the chat, you want a signed shirt from the last members draw, you've got until the end of the week. And if not, we'll redraw that, because it's a prize I'd like to give out to someone. So, if we don't hear to you by Friday, then I'll redraw it. and then for all the members. So if you want to become a channel member and be it, and sort of press the join button, and then it automatically entered into the monthly draws to win some signed stuff and all that good stuff. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Thanks to all the channel members as always. Stay lucky. Stay cheeky. Stay positive. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao, my friends. Ciao, ciao.
It's like a family tree, part of you.